Allah. He will speak to the people in the cradle and in maturity and will be of the righteous. What good news. That firstly you're going to have a child, and not just a child who will be righteous. Because this is the desire, the wish of every parent, that my child becomes righteous. And these are the du'as that we should make for our children. Don't just be concerned for their wealth and their health and their beauty and their worldly success. Be concerned about their manners also, about their deen also. She said, "My Lord, how will I have a child when no man has touched me?" It was said, it will happen. Such is Allah. He creates what He wills. When He decrees a matter, He only says to it, kun fayakun. He only says, be, and it happens. And He will teach him writing. Allah will teach Isa what? Writing, or the book, and wisdom, and the Torah, and the gospel. Now you see, Isa a.s. is the son of who? Maryam. And Maryam is the daughter of who? The wife of Imran. All of this story of Isa a.s. begins from who? The wife of Imran. One woman, her wish, her dedication, her charity here, right? Her giving something that was most precious to her, fi sabilillah. And it is said that at the time when she made this vow, her husband had passed away. And she had no other children. And she was hoping that she would have a son whom she would dedicate for the cause of Allah. But Allah gave her a daughter. And even then she did not stop. She took her daughter. An exception was made. She didn't know how that child was going to be used for the sake of Allah. But what happened? Maryam became the mother of Isa alayhi salam. All of this began from what? One sincere dedication. This is why we are told, spend. Give what you can with sincerity, even if it's a little, but whatever you can, give it with the sincerity of your heart, with beauty, and Allah will accept it beautifully also. وَرَسُولًا إِلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ. Now Isa a.s., he grows up. And Allah made him a messenger. Sent to who? To the children of Israel, who will say, "Indeed, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. In that I designed for you from clay, that which is like the form of a bird. And then I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by the permission of Allah. And I cure the blind and the leper, and I give life to the dead. All of this by the permission of Allah." These were all miracles that Isa a.s. brought in order to revive the faith of Bani Israel. Because the Bani Israel by this point, their faith had really declined. So He showed them these miracles to prove to them Allah's power. "And I inform you of what you eat and what you store in your houses. Indeed, and that is a sign for you if you are believers. And I have come confirming what was before me of the Torah, and to make lawful for you some of what was forbidden to you. And I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. So fear Allah and obey me. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُونِي." So when can a person follow the messenger, obey the messenger? When he fears Allah. "Indeed, Allah is my Lord and your Lord. So worship Him. هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ." That is the straight path. So we see Isa a.s. never called people to worship Him. Rather, He called people to the worship of Allah. He never declared Himself to be God. He declared Himself to be a servant. But what happened? What was the reaction of the people? When Isa a.s. felt persistence in disbelief from the Bani Israel. He knew, he understood that these people, they're not going to believe. Then he said openly, "Who are my supporters for the cause of Allah? Man ansari ilallah." The disciples said, "We are supporters of Allah. Nahnu ansarullah. We have believed in Allah. Amanna billah." Because before doing anything for the deen, what is it that we need to have? Faith. So they said, "We believe." وَاشْهَدْ بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمُونَ. And testify that we are Muslims. We see that Isa a.s. tried his best to call people to haqq, but the people only refused. So eventually he declared openly that who is going to help me in this cause? I am calling people to Allah, who will support me in this? And it is said that only 12 people came forward. Only 12 people came forward. Only 12 people became the Hawariyun. From the entire nation of Bani Israel. Who were Bani Israel? They were the Muslims of their time. From the entire nation of so-called believers, only 12 people came to help Isa alayhi salam. And what did they say? We are Ansarullah. We are helpers of Allah. The question is, does Allah need help? No, He does not need help of any sort. Who needs help? We need help. So what does it mean by helping Allah? It means helping the deen of Allah, whereby a person helps himself. When a person helps the deen of Allah, in reality, he is helping who? Himself. Because he is preparing something good for himself in the akhirah. And he is saving himself from error, his family from error, the society from error. He's saving himself and the rest of the people. So Ansarullah. And we see that for the service of the deen, to help the deen of Allah, did Allah send messengers? Yes. Did those messengers have companions? Yes. And today also, Ansarullah are needed. So we all need to see, what kind of help are we bringing for the deen of Allah? How are we helping the religion of Allah? The Hawariyun said, نَحْنُ أَنصَارُ اللَّهِ. We are the helpers of Allah.